DESIblitz.com.
Hi, I'm Preith Shergill. I'm part of the senior leadership team at West Midlands Fire Service, and you're watching me on DESIblitz.com.
Hi, this is Faisal from DESIblitz.com. We have with us today Preith Shergill. Preith is part of the senior leadership at West Midlands Fire Service. Preith, welcome to DESIblitz.com.
Hi, Faisal.
Tell us about yourself, your background, where you're from, your education and so forth.
Okay, I'm British born. I'm Indian Sikh in background. I grew up, ironically, between England and India because my parents like to move around a lot. Don't ask me why. So my exposure to my culture, my roots, was quite deep actually, quite early on. A real appreciation of my heritage. I loved going back to India, still do love going back to India. So that's kind of, I guess I'm at the same time, I guess I'm somebody who understands my culture.
You're a woman of many talents. How would you describe what you do?
I guess in essence a lot of what I do is about people. My background is employment law, HR, as well as diversity and inclusion cohesion. I've developed over the more recent years my understanding of organisational development. So a lot of what I do is about looking at the needs of our people internally and externally to get the best out of them. Specifically, I lead on diversity, inclusion, cohesion and equality. Very big words, but more or less what they mean is about appreciating different people, what they bring to the table, i.e. their different talents, their abilities. It is about appreciating people for who they are, but equally trying to draw out the best out of them.
What made you want to work in the fire service initially?
When I came here, I mean, a lot of people gave me all sorts of feedback. Our fire service, predominantly white. When I spoke to my mum and said, "Oh, Mum, how come we've never thought of the fire service?" And she said, "Oh, it's not for our people." So there's a lot of stereotypes within communities about the fire service, a bit, I guess, like the police and army. But it is very different because actually communities value what the fire service does, and it's the environment at West Midlands Fire Service is very inclusive, it's diverse. This fire service had the first chief fire officer who was Asian, Vijay Randanaya, who obviously retired. I'm apparently the first Asian woman nationally in the UK to lead as part of the senior leadership team, probably the most senior officer.
What steps do you take to ensure your department is sensitive with the diverse population of the Midlands?
I think it's one of our strengths, understanding our communities. We've just recently been given status by Sir Michael Marmot, who actually has specialised in health inequalities and obviously done a lot of commentary around how, as a society, public sector organisations need to come together to improve services to different communities so that inequality doesn't exist. West Midlands Fire Service has been recognised as following his principles, so we do a lot within the community, which means everything from local gym sessions to educational. We have a youth officers fire service, we have a cadets team, we have volunteers, so we try and get to the heart of our communities to try and understand what their needs are. Is there room for improvement? Always. There's always. Communities are constantly changing. We can't have stereotypes about communities. So it's very much about going out there and building relationships.
Honesty and integrity, define them, and why are they so important in the fire service? One
thing I've noticed, I know I've worked for a lot of organisations prior to coming to West Midlands Fire Service, and I think we're in an organisation, people give their lives for each other. And when it comes down to it, you can be in an emergency response situation, and that team, your life relies on each other. So honesty and integrity are things that we don't talk about, it's what we do. And when you've got colleagues who on a daily basis go in and respond to different situations, life-threatening situations, road traffic accidents, might pull people out of a home, or people might receive, a person in fire control might receive a call from somebody dying on the other side of the phone. I think in those situations, those words become a reality. You rely on each other, and so they have a meaning, and that's why I think for the fire service, these are things that we believe in, and we call them our core values.
Finally, what advice would you offer someone considering to join the fire service?
My advice to them would be a couple of things. Get to know the service, understand the business. If you think it's the old school, going out there putting fires out, no, it's a lot more than that. A firefighter, a modern firefighter, has to go to communities, engage with communities, be able to talk to their communities to give those safety messages. For women, I would say the fitness tests sometimes become an issue. I'd really like to encourage Asian women. I think nationally there's only one Asian female firefighter that we know of. So yes, really want to encourage Asian women, but the area where women tend to fail is upper body strength. So often they're very quick, fast, all the rest of it, but it's that upper body strength. So work on those areas if you're coming to work for us.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Very interesting. I mean, I'd like to say I'm still here, to be fair, because I really do enjoy working for West Midlands Fire Service. I want to continue serving our communities. I want to continue making a difference to this organisation. I hope that through my contribution I can inspire others to use their talent to bring this organisation through its challenges over the next few years.
Preith Shergill, thank you for your time. We wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you.